Here we go. All right. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy King Gabe. Just boop, here I am. Because it's a weekly update video. Yep. Totally say totally just comes up. Obviously this week we're say coming out on a Monday, although some of y'all watching the replay of this video might be viewing it Tuesday, but yeah, pretty much yeah, just like if I had made on Tuesday, then y'all would probably be seeing it Wednesday. So, and because of how the whole uploading for live streams work there. Anywho, but uh, but it saves me on having to try to, get this out since the updates are supposed to, just go up each week right then and there, as opposed to my other content where I will, hold it for a while and be like, for early viewers and then drop it later. So, anywho, so let's get down to it there. So got some of the things to talk about. Well, for one thing, the play was a success. Hit both Saturday and Sunday night. Like I mentioned before, if you didn't catch it, but I mentioned in earlier videos that I was only going to be able to record the Brownie's rescue mission on Uranus. Yeah, I wasn't gonna get the whole. I wasn't gonna get like the whole thing there because I was only allowed to record my play there because of the whole playwrights things there. So you will be seeing my play in action. Matter of fact, I recorded it both days, so probably gonna put it in one video. Probably say when yeah, I gotta get it into the computer process so I can drop it. Excuse me, so I can drop it soon to you guys there. Yeah, that way y'all can see it and everything. Both Saturday and Sunday night performances. EJ the Supreme, he was playing. Matter of fact, um, just to give you an idea of what it was like, let me tell you a little bit of. I'll tell you a little bit about it. Like I say, they did my so they what they did when they started when the festival started, they started with mine, and what they had like you had your audience, and just like where I'm sitting right here in front of you, like you're the audience. Where I'm sitting, there was me. Next to me had EJ, and there was another lady named Jessica. And then of course Miss Sherry Gray. The four of us had were the playwrights there. Yeah, so basically it was the three of us plus Sherry, who's also orchestrated the festival, featuring a play of hers there. And I'll get to in a second. Let you know what that was. So they started with mine first. I did have Brownie with me to kind of, have a little small visual in my performance there. So we were all sitting at the table in front of the audience, and we would read and I think I explained before, but we were reading our scripts. I actually thought that it was going to be, I actually thought at first it was going to be like, we were going to get there and there were going to be like, say, I didn't know I'd be performing in it there. I thought we'd be watching, some other actors perform. I knew Egypt because I wanted him to play in the play, but I honestly thought it was going to be like because this is our first time doing being at something like this. But I thought it was going to be like, say, I would say I was kind of thinking it was going to be maybe some people that Sherry had gotten to read the parts or something like that. Maybe like some of her theater students, for example. But like I say, it was strictly the playwrights. We were so all the ones of us that wrote plays, which was three of us plus her. Then we were having to read the lines of each other's play, including our own there, because it was four of us there. Um, so okay. Um, so because of the parts I had, I guess it was kind of unexpected, but it still turned out really good. And again, it was my first time being, so I honestly didn't. I mean, I thought I knew what to expect, but like I say, that's what happens when you don't know. Yeah, then you find out when you get there. Now there was some other stuff I did, find out before getting there, but there's always gonna, but sometimes there's always gonna be something that you're not gonna find out until you get there. Sort of like what kind of makes me think of what the preachers of a preacher that was talking about how God doesn't always reveal everything to you. Like, okay, Joseph, hey Joseph, people are gonna bow to you and say, like a king, kind of. And then Joseph was having these dreams of all like the sun and the moon bowing to him, and he didn't know what that, he wasn't for sure what it was meaning. Um, so then he ends up getting sold by his brothers, arrested by Potiphar, and put in prison. Then then when he comes out to interpret Pharaoh's dream, then people are bowing to him, which the dream comes true. But yeah, one thing why the preacher said, reason why God doesn't always tell us all the steps to get to what we want in life and what we pray for, because if he did, we might not want to go through it there. We might, and then we wouldn't get, what we're praying for. So sort of like, so, yeah, also like when, you tell people don't spoil the movie for me. So yeah. So anyway, back with the play, right? Say, sorry about the ramble. Um, so starting with mine first, since it was only four of us, was actually it, I think yeah, four actually three of us, me, EJ, and Jessica, did a lot of the reading until we got to Sherry's play, and then she joined in there. So because she was kind of monitor at the same time, monitoring and also getting the feedback from the audience there. Definitely check out her page there. But not like I say, but yeah, she's got some. She did not the play, not the other plays and stuff, but she did record like some of the audience feedback and stuff like that on her YouTube channel and also her Facebook page there. Which yeah, as soon as I finish this, I got to go back and in it while it's processing. I'll put the links to her Facebook pages as well as also her YouTube channel, so you guys can check those out along with other stuff that she got on her page and her channel there, as well as hey chicken and hey I want hey so what else you do on here, Sherry? So yeah, definitely check that out. Um, so we so yeah, I had, so since it was only three of us, we had Jessica read Anna and I think the suit computer, yeah. I basically read the narrator and Brownie, uh and EJ read the Phantom Master, of course, and he also did the Ice Monsters. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what's all in there. Was the narrator, Brownie, Ice Monsters, the Phantom Master, Anna, and the suit computer, in Brownie's suit. Um, so yeah, he did that. This was Saturday. He did that. You'll be seeing that in action. Um, so yeah, he did. But that's how he read it there. For the next his play, um, no way. I think it was No Way Out. I think is what it's titled there. When the video drops, you'll see for sure. Or if he's watching, he'll probably put in the comment section whether I said it right or not. So, but I think it was No Way Out. His play, sort of was kind of like a thrill. I think it was a thriller mystery. Um, he was his I as he one thing he mentions some inspirations behind the making of this play. and he had more characters originally, but then when because you remember in an earlier video I mentioned how we had to shorten our plays, for 10 minutes. So when he got that message, he rewrote some things and got it down to just two characters, which was a guest and an innkeeper, and basically had me and Jessica. I was playing the innkeeper, and she was playing the guest. And you'll see how we pull that off there when the video drops. Also, another thing that we had to do was we actually had to read the stuff in parentheses because we were sitting there almost like reading a storybook almost there, but we had to read the stuff in the parentheses. The person who wrote the play would read the parentheses there. So for my play, yeah, it was the narrator Brownny and the stuff in parentheses. Since me and Jessica were playing the only two characters, EJ was pretty much left with reading the parentheses for his play. Jessica does the same for her. She reads the parentheses, and there was some other characters. That I can't remember what they character, but I know she had me reading the pastor, and I think there was a few others that she read in her play, and I recall there was a son in the play that EJ read. It was called Forgive, and I think it's Forgive and Forget. There, yeah, it's based, a story of forgiveness. Then Sherry, um, hers. So the finale, um, we did the play that we read from her and acted out was rereading the Dancing Braids, which is actually going to is actually she's actually going to have auditions for this on October 11th. So when you're checking out her page, yeah, and everything, yeah, Devin, you definitely looked at, especially if you're in the Shreveport area and everything, or at least near the Shreveport area, or if you like, hey, I want to be in this play, but I'm kind of way out and stuff like that. Well, if you really want to, and you're in a position where you can do it, hey, make a little drive on out here. Hey, come check out Shreveport. And audition for rereading the Dancing Braids. There, it's a really and like I say, I really like that the play. Yeah, it was really good. Um, it was kind of a modern day fairy tale type, which you probably could guess just from the title, The Dancing Braid. Kind of was like a modern day Cinderella mixed with Rapunzel there. Yeah, and also kind of, and also a bit of a cultural thing because the main character Riri, who had the dancing braids, came from a Afro Caribbean family. There's a from the islands, yo 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 man, and yeah, so they had that. I I think I remember Sherry read Riri. Obviously, she read the mom's part, and there was a few others that she read. Then and there was because there was a lot, and there was quite a bit of female parts in there. You know, so I actually now I did play the I actually read the dance part. EJ read Riri's brother, and then both of us had to do some female parts, which Jessica she did the like the innkeeper and the guest from EJ's play. Both were male, so Jessica was reading the male part there. Sometimes that happens. I mean, hey, especially in voice acting, you get all never know who behind that mic. Because like you think like Ash Ketchum and Bart Simpson, they're both read by female actresses. There, boy, they pull it off really well. And I tell you, as far as going the other way around, look up. Like I said, I'm not. I'm good. You look it up for yourselves. I have looked it up before, but I don't feel like picking up the phone right now. Uh, Still trying to tell. But anyway, look it up. DW's voice actors in Arthur, yeah, the show, every day when you're walking down the street. Well, in Arthur, character DW, all this time I thought, it was a female actress, like a grown lady, because there was one that I remember one scene when DW got mad at Arthur about say, stick on the bark where you promised to take me today. And I was like, oh my goodness, the actor just broke character. And I thought that was a grown lady, actually sounding like a little kid. Turns out, if not only was this a kid playing DW, but it was a boy. A boy was playing the voice of DW, and I gotta say, he did a that. I was like, if that's a boy playing DW, he's doing a real good job. Because I honestly thought that was a grown woman playing DW, or possibly a girl, a small, a girl like elementary or something like that. But I had no idea that a boy was behind the mic there, and of course, a lot of the characters in Arthur do have multiple actors because there's so many seasons in the show that they've changed between. Every actor for DW has been a boy. So that means there are several boys that were able to pull off that voice. Go figure. So yeah, and then I know a boy also voices Peppermint Patty too in Charlie Brown. So yep, sometime that. Yeah, voice acting. Yeah, that I don't mind. Doing other actors. I know. Like you got Eddie Murphy, how he plays all the clumps in the live action Professor, and he's real good with it too. Like I say, I don't have nothing against actors doing that, because like I say, if you can do it and pull it off, hey, all power to you. Um, when it comes to me doing like oh well, Gabe, can you play this female part here? Voice acting would be probably how I would pull that off there, but not so. Yeah, because not really in me to do put off prosthetics and stuff like that, and then uh yeah, you're not gonna see me doing a reboot of Medea. So, hello. I mean, voice wise, yes, but I don't know about yeah. Only if they make an animated Medea, yeah, maybe then like King Gabe voices the new Medea. Hello, hey, how you doing? Oh, wonderful. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, I was in the hospital. Oh, you want to pray for me right now? Okay, girl, go on and pray. So yeah, maybe yeah, and voiceover, yes, I would dominate that. Um, honestly, from my observation, yeah, I can do some female voices depending on what it is, but it's not my strong point there. But there are some I can pull off depending on how the voice is. Like Maria, hello, hello. I could do Yzma, like, pull the lever, crunk, wrong lever. Why do we even have that lever? Get out of my way. Ooh, how should I do it? I'll turn Goose go into a flea. And then I'll put that flea in the box. And I'll put that box in the box. And I'll make that box to be thin. And when it rise, smash it with the hammer. And so I can do that voice. I can do like this voice that I do for Anna, the pink bear, that being, one of Brownie's friends, that's a pink bear. I can do that voice because I once did that voice for Audrey, who was supposed to be a holy Catholic girl, ever so much. Yeah, that, and I think that's pretty much it. And also the voice I had to do for the play, apparently. Um, so I played the dad, which they say he was kind of like Jamaican there. Um, as I was playing the dad, I sort of went into Black Panther, like especially when he got mad, kind of like Black Panther when he got mad in the movie. Like, don't you like that is not love at all. That is not love at all. That is nothing but envy. So yeah, I kind of went into that when I played in EJ's play as the innkeeper. I know it read be cynical and sort of cynical and like dry humor. So first thing came to my mind was Jeffrey from the Fresh Prince. I am not your Uncle Philip. You have the right house. I am Jeffrey, your uncle's butler. Master William, uh, there is a unbreakable line between a family and a butler. Therefore, it is necessary of the operation that you address me as Jeffrey, and I address you by your proper title, Master William. What are you like, Robo Butler or something? So, yes, I do that. That's how I pulled that one off. Obviously, Brownie's original voice for my play, and for the narrator, I sort of did like a little Robin Williams kind of thing, like how he did in Aladdin there. Yeah, to sort of really give the energy, like sort of like especially that song "You Never Had a Friend Like Me" kind of thing there, and you was doing all them impersonations there. Um, as for so back with and then and then in Jessica's play, like I say, I mentioned EJ. He played a son that was in it was a son that was in the play, and then there was I think it was another character he possibly played, and the part that I played in it was the pastor, which I sort of at first I went from doing like the typical like and then I started kind of, then it came to my mind Arsenio Hall from the Proud Family movie. My name is Carvajal, and now my stabilizing formula. Yeah. Or if I would treat people bad, don't give it a slack. No, who's that? I would No, he said, I would make sure my clothes don't give any slack. I would treat people bad. That's a well known fact. Imagine that and that. Now, let me tell you a little something about me. Go ahead. My name is Carvajal. Just call me Dr. C. Yeah, something kind of like that there. Uh, yes, then, like I say, with rereading the dance play, Sherry's play, the dad, I played the dad, and then the female part, I did the voice for Keisha. And first thing came to my mind, say, well, yeah, I might not need to say that here. Let's just say there was, uh, let's just say, it went from there was a from some certain individuals I knew to Shanae from Martin. So I basically started doing like Shanae, and if y'all ever watch Martin, like, well, look at what we have here, okay? Look like somebody didn't get invited to the party. Him, you ain't get invited to the party. Whoa. Look now. I know you ain't talking to me like that, okay? You better show some respect to me, okay? Because if you don't, I ain't afraid to throw down with you. Oh, Pam, I know you were real good in that movie. You know that movie, The Planet of the Apes. Gina, I tried. Come on. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I say, I think in that one I sort of went to another place. like you hear me just now, just talking regular, but when I stepped into that, yeah, it's like what, Gabriel? What happened here? Almost, I guess you could say it's almost like Shanae had the Millennium Rod from Yu-Gi-Oh and took control of my mind. Gabe is not here no more. This is Shanae. Gabe is not my mind slave. So, oh no. What are you doing with them? Shanae, what are you doing with a Millennium item? Say, Taking over the world. What else? What you gonna do? Call the king of games to stop me? So, oh man, so yeah, that was that boy, the Keisha character. Oh my goodness, she this was it's almost like since I mentioned I used the Shanae voice for that character, it's almost like if you took Shanae and made her mother Gothel from the movie Tangled. There, let me tell you something. Mother knows best. Like, mother knows best. Let's see. Let me see something here. Oh my goodness, I gotta I might do a short of that. Shanae sings Mother Knows Best. I just might do that. Might do as soon as I finish this. I can bring up the lyrics on the laptop and do that there. So yeah, that would that would be kind of funny there. So all right. So anyway, yeah, so that's how it kind of turned out for that. And more and also the Dancing Braids play is actually like I said, audition is gonna be October 11th. Yeah, definitely get with Sherry if y'all want to be a part of that. And the play is supposed to come out. I don't as a I think she mentioned the date to me, but I do know it's gonna be around Christmas. It's gonna be near Christmas in December. Um, probably a date before Christmas, like before it, obviously. But yeah, it's gonna be in December. I know that for sure. That's what she told me. Because it actually doesn't have to be set in Christmas, but that's how. But for the first time, or I guess for this performance, that's what she's releasing it there. So yeah, that's what she got. That's what she got going on for that. Excuse me. I did kind of think about being in it, but because of the Christmas release, the only the first like I said, if it was coming out like after, I would say like in the springtime or something like that, which I get springtime, which probably be a whole different thing by that point. But yeah, I would probably think it to I would like I say I probably try to get into some play outside of what I'm writing now, just to kind of get out there. So kind of get out there in the theater a little bit there, like I did back in school and stuff. Probably, like I said, more around like maybe spring and summertime kind of deal. And it all depends. It varies. Like maybe what I'm doing with my my books at that moment, and like if I have time to put that in, and still obviously because I'm still got work and everything. But yeah, if I can kind of work around that, yeah. Um, which I'm about to get into the book plans in just a second. But yeah, all varying with the book plans. Yeah, might wing it out there. EJ was asking me, are we ever going to see Gabe in the theater? So hey, you never know. But the only reason I didn't, and I know a lot of her. Now she does have adults in some of her plays, like EJ was in the Sherlock Holmes one, but um, but I know a lot of the plays a lot of time have a lot of her youth in it that she works with because she teaches theater classes. So obviously a lot of her students would more than likely be some of the first to be some of the first ones up for auditions. Not and yeah, it would still be it's still possible of some adults because I'm pretty because I think even this play does have some adult characters. Now there are cases where like we had the Peter Pan play at South Highlands, so class of '99. That was the last play we did before we graduated in 1999. Um, Along with our friends and stuff, they pretty much all the like two fifth grade classes, students from both of those classes played all those different parts. We didn't have any adults playing a role. It was all the fifth graders. Even like the adult characters, like the parents, when Mr. and Mrs. Darling, Captain Hook, and the pirates and all that. So yeah, so you do have cases where that could have, hey, that is a possibility. But like I say, there could also be a mix between the young and some of the adults there. Because like the way she did with the Sherlock play. So um and I believe that that's probably, I'm assuming that that's probably gonna be the case with the dancing braids there. It's probably gonna have some yeah, probably a lot of the like Riri and like some of the kids in school will probably be actual, youth there, like middle schoolers or probably or high school, because it is supposed to be, I think they're teenagers in the play. So yeah, that could be a thing, yeah. So um yeah, so like I say, that's probably what's how it's gonna be. Um but once so get to what I'm gonna be working on, leading up to the holidays and so on. So the play is done, but there is going to be some more to it. It's going to evolve. Want to make it bigger in the spring and summer, either spring or summertime, because she's going to be having, with my not just my play, but the other playwrights, like EJ's play and also Jessica's play, and probably a few others that might pop up when spring and summertime come. But we're gonna try to make, especially three of us that that were there, uh, that were there this weekend. Try to make the place bigger. Leading up to it, we gotta try to get together like what kind of props we would have for it. One thing I definitely need to find out, which I is to see, if we're gonna be at the, if we're gonna, it should be, but just to make sure if it's gonna be at the Critters Coral, or are we gonna be at another, or are we gonna be at another location for just for this event. So I would be making sure of that there. That way I can kind of know what kind of space I'm working with, and that would kind of let me know what I would need there to, with the space allowed there, because you gotta work with the space you get there. And so yeah, work out what I got. Probably gonna be the animal costumes involved, yeah, especially for Brownie, like a brown dog costume that looks similar to Brownie. Probably some costume for the Bantam Master. I would imagine probably the Bantam Master probably something close to a Skeletor like costume, maybe with a few different features there. Um, from the way I had him in my picture there. And I would also say the ice busters would probably, like according to the picture I had on my thumbnail and stuff, probably look like similar to some like really ice colored looking bears there. So probably some like polar bear costumes or something like that there. So yeah, so yeah, pretty much stuff like that. A pink bear costume for Anna, because that's what she is a pink bear. Um, and like a little nice dress on the, like in a little nice dress and everything. Um, and I think that's gonna. I know. And then depending on what other characters I might have, because I might try. Now, obviously, for the stage performance, it will be probably what I wrote at first before I shortened it to the 10-minute version. For a little bit longer length, not too long, but longer than 10 minutes, obviously. And so it might possibly be some other characters in there from the first draft I wrote there. Um, so I have to think of that. What I would do before I even start, with the writing the play out, this like or getting together what the script for the bigger set will be. I'm gonna get started on writing the rough draft of Yumiko 4. We're still gonna, yeah, Bubblelina's first novel is still coming out this fall. Um, but at the same time, I will be writing the Yumiko novel 4, which is pretty much the play, more extended. But but it won't be put out for publication until the spring. However, I want to at least have the rough draft done, uh, but rough draft done, so then I can work on the on how on like look at my previous script before I shorten it, and see if there's anything I need to add or stuff like that, and then also determining the location of where we'll have the play and the props and stuff like that. And so writing out this rough draft will kind of help me give an idea of what the script is going to be like. Is it going to be is there going to be anything I need to add to the previous script, or do I need to take any? Do I need to change something, or and so on and so on. Um, so that will be what I'll be working on, and hopefully, like I say, 'cause we're almost September. Oh boy, it's almost over. Boy, time passing by quick, but we're almost into October. So yeah. So since that's what I'm gonna be working on for a while, I do plan to still bring you content, like especially the live streams, obviously, to keep reading the books, especially get the Heroes of Dream anniversary special. But I might be a little slow with other content there. Um, a shorts, I'll try to keep that up too as well. Shorts, because I always, especially on my Facebook page. But as far as like edited video content, like the Yu-Gi-Oh manga reading stuff like that, I still plan to do that, but it might come out, might not come out as quick as earlier, when I try to do several of them and have them up on Patreon and stuff like that. But yeah, it might be a little slower uploading. Now I do have one other video I need to drop that's already on Patreon, that I will be dropping soon. The Rambulous toy review. That's the last Transformer I got at the moment, that needs to drop on YouTube. Definitely check out the videos I've already got, and then I also gotta, before I start on Yumiko 4, I gotta get the play so you guys can see it too after the Rambulance toy review. So that's a couple of videos that will be coming to you soon. But after that, yeah, it will be kind of a little slow with content, because I'll be working on uh, the not rough draft novel in order to get the script together, and hopefully have all of that done in time for the holidays, where I can sort of take a little breather and give you guys some fan fiction content during the holidays before the new year come in, and before I go, back to work on the published books again. So, um, yeah, that's usually how. So now that's usually how I do my fan fictions. Usually during like Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays each year, do some fan fictions. Um, so hopefully, yeah, I can make that work there. Um, yeah, and speaking of content, I will definitely get the how I met EJ and then how I met Casey. I'm definitely get that. Try to get that before that before, even if I have to, even if we have to do it audio like we did with the Fantastic Four. However, I am hoping and planning that we can get the Scooby, that we can meet up one last time for this year before the new year, and then for just with last time for 2025, to talk about how well the live action Scooby Doo holds up, and then and then enjoy our holidays next year. As far as Miracle Crew content, they're Possibly will be some new movie reviews. Don't get me wrong, but I do. But yeah, I definitely want to have more than just movie reviews. Possibly introducing new crew members depending on how things go. Um, and like I just say, doing some new stuff in general, like outside of just getting together to talk about movies, like when EJ came over and me and Christina talked about Jason David Frank there. That something that was kind of outside of movie, or in some previous video, the previous video that I re-uploaded to the channel where we were talking about Star Striker from last year. So yeah, stuff, other things like that, yeah, outside of just movie gatherings there, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. So yeah, there's definitely gonna be that coming. So also future stuff in the future coming. Um I know I mentioned about Wilddon. Yeah, Wilddon. I definitely do plan to get that in the future. There is something else I want to get in the future as well. And Yumeko Novel 3 has set up a lot of things with Star Striker. And because of that, there is a necessity for a Star Striker novel series. We have a Star Striker comic series, but now we're going to get a Star Striker novel series, and it's going to start. It's actually going to start after Yumiko novel 4, as well as also the play. So yeah, take care of Yumiko novel 4, and then I'm going to be started with Star Striker Supreme novel series. So the Supreme Star Striker novel series. And I'm still gonna get Wild. I'm still gonna also do the Wilddon series. So I'll be sort of going back and forth between three different series after this: Yumiko, Star Striker, Wilddon, so on and so on. The Star Striker series is actually going to be in the same universe as Yumiko, the same Star Striker that's from the Yumiko series, but we're going to see more from you know what you know what was opened up in Yumiko 3. Yumiko 3 sort of was a back is sort of now going to be like a backdoor pilot to this series there. So this series is actually continuing from the events of the third Yumiko novel on Star Striker's point of view. So yeah, so what he's doing when he's not, in Yumiko or with, Hiko and the others, uh, to be in the Street Boy Defender. And of course, we know Wild Done, pretty much similar to Power Rangers. Yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be coming up there. Um, and let's see, I think that's pretty much all I got. Oh yeah, also also going back with with Sherry, um, she's actually offered to help with selling the Yumiko books. Yumiko books as they start coming out with two different try to get them out there to her to different people from from the theater and stuff due to my play and everything. So really hoping that that can work out and everything, and also hope we're I think she mentioned that possible that before the Dancing Braids play, gonna try to she's gonna contact us there, and I gotta get this together as well. But we're gonna try to get an interview with Jerry there, about how she her business and all her theater business and all that there, and pretty much kind of about her then everything, especially with what she's been with the fact of how we've He sold books at her fall festival and everything, and performed at her in the theater and stuff. So yeah, makes sense to do a little interview with her. So yeah, so that's gonna be coming up, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this particular update video. Yeah, you see, I need to now this really gets annoying when my nose start. I don't know why. You wait till I get ready to do a live stream, then you want to run and also uh, mess with my throat and stuff like that. Ugh, hate when that happens. So I'm gonna go on and wrap it up here. You definitely make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Be on the lookout for the future content. Definitely get out available books so y'all can definitely keep up with what's going on with the book series, as well as also the new books that'll be coming out soon, and and apparently plays being produced from them. So, so yeah, definitely do that so you can keep up, and also support us on that Patreon. Just like the Iceman Universe, and also show him some love. Full length react. He got full length reactions to Nettie, Naruto, One Piece, Spy Family, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and Hey Arnold. And also definitely support the Miracle Crew, um, Big Sis Casey, Queen Tina, and EJ the Supreme. Just like you hang out with us in the live stream, also hang out with us on Discord and Facebook, and definitely let's sell each other stuff on that Macari app, and also support Sherry Gray with Lumpy Grits Archery, what they're doing there, because they're also a part. We're kind of working together and every thing, especially kind of with the books, and also the other plays that she's that's coming out from her theater business and everything. Uh, as well as also her husband, Danny Young, who is over the restaurant, owner of the restaurant Critters Corral, which is also with the rest. That's the restaurant he owns, and is also where a lot of Sherry's events are held a lot of time, which allows him, which with them working together, um, he obviously also caters for a lot of the events there. So definitely check them out, show them some support as well, and we will see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care, everybody. Peace out.